Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Rachel.
Welcome to LeisureBit. And today we're coming to you from Usha Gap, which is just outside of Muker, Upper Swaledale.
LeisureBit is the way to go with David, Rachel and Roxy. Let's hit the road and explore.
We begin our journey today where we left off on the last video, leaving Hogarth's farm campsite near Keld. It's just under 5 miles between the two campsites. On the way we pass through the village of Thwaite. Just over half a mile from here we then come to Usha Gap. And here we are, arriving at Usha Gap Campsite near Mewker. When we booked, they said just to choose a pitch on arrival, as reception was open between 8 and 10 and between 3 and 6, and we arrived in between those hours. So we found ourselves a pitch, got set up and then had a look around. We paid £25 for 2 adults for one night, and dogs go free, so Roxy was delighted.
So here we are at Usha Gap Farm Campsite in Swaledale.
The campsite split into 2 sections, one by the riverside, which is very popular, and then the 2 fields that you can see here. There's a lovely walk you can take through the meadows to Mewker. It's just over a quarter of a mile.
Here we have the facilities. This is a lovely stone reception room which has got some books for you to read. There's some lockers that I think you can hire to put your valuables in. There's a washing up room and a fridge freezer. Oh, that's good. There's labels on so you can say which ones are yours. I'm going to go around and have a look at the toilet facilities. Gentlemen's on the left, ladies on the right.
The facilities were clean and tidy as you would expect, and there was showers, toilets, wash basins, hand dryers, as well as a drying room if you've been out walking and need to dry your gear.
There's hot and cold taps here, but they're not for drinking water.
It's the waste and recycling area with paper, plastic, metal, glass, ash, and then general waste.
There's water taps outside and also a chemical disposal point. There's a small but very well stocked shop at Usha Gap, selling all sorts of things and some brilliant meat and local produce and beer.
Reception's just behind me, and there is a sign here that says footpath to Mewker. It's not very warm today, which is a bit sad. It's quite overcast. But what's been generally happening on this holiday is that it's been overcast in the morning, and then by sort of like lunchtime the sun really shines through, so fingers crossed that happens again today. While we're coming through the farmyard, what you can actually see is that there's drinking water just here, which is really convenient, and on this side again it says the footpath to Mewker is up that way. Let's go and take a look.
We're just on our way into Mewker, down the footpath here.
The River Swale, one of England's fastest rising rivers, forms the heart of Swaledale. It winds through traditional hay meadows that are ablaze with wildflowers in the summer, is surrounded by miles of drystone walls and by stone field barns that have been meticulously preserved. Swaledale is unique for its pattern of barns, meadows and field walls. Muker Meadows is one of the places that has been given special protection. The beautiful village of Mewker is tucked between the hills of Upper Swaledale in the Northern Yorkshire Dales. It's a hidden gem that hasn't altered much over the years. Mewker is a well-liked starting point for a variety of magnificent walks for people of all fitness levels.
So here's the path down to the beautiful meadows in Swaledale, just outside of Mewker. The meadows are absolutely beautiful.
When walking through the meadows, the ask is to go in single file and to follow the tracks, as the meadows provide the food for the livestock over the winter. There's an abundance of flora and fauna to find as you wander through the meadows.
You take a walk from here. The lowland walk goes along here to the riverside, and the highland walk goes along the top of the ridge there. Well, not quite the top, along the edge of the ridge, and then takes you to Keld.
We've now reached the River Swale. There's not a lot of water in the Swale at the moment as it's been particularly dry. As usual, Roxy was delighted to find water.
So that's through the meadows and down to the River Swale. You can cross and go onto a number of different walks from here.
We stopped and looked at one of the barns, which is used in the winter for livestock. We then made our way back to Mewker. The Church of St Mary the Virgin in Mewker dates back to 1580 and is one of 4 churches in the parish of Swaledale with Arkengarthdale.
Bramble Bottom, that sounds painful.
There's a small village store in Mewker. There's also a tea room, a pub, Swaledale Woolens, and also an art gallery. We'll take a further look later in the video. I think we'll pop into the pub. Let's head into the Farmer's Arms. As well as being a pub, it's also a brewing company too. We'd booked for a meal and it's well worth booking as it can get quite busy, especially during the season. The Farmer's Arms is dog friendly too, which we think is great. Here's a quick look at some of the gift sets you can purchase. There was various areas of the pub and it had some fantastic interesting features. You could get a Shepherdess blonde beer and Bayek pale ale. Let's crack on and get the food ordered. Rachel had lasagna, chips and burger. Obviously I just had the salad.
Cheers.
Cheers.
After a lovely night's sleep, the following morning I took Roxy out for a walk.
Shortcut to the pub. There's the village store, Muker tea shop, and then you've got Swaledale woolens down there for any fancy wool wear you'd like, and the Farmer's Arms just round there.
The shop's open 12 till 4 Monday and Tuesday, closed on a Wednesday, and then on Thursday to Sunday 11 till 4.
There's a public toilets just opposite, and here's Swaledale woolens. Muker's old school is an art gallery and craft shop now. How about that? So let's head up the high route now towards Keld. There's quite a steep ascent out of Mewker on the high road. Probably see it's behind me there as we head up. Just beware as well, because there's often either cattle or sheep, so make sure your dog's under control.
By the time I got back to the site, the sun had come out. Brilliant. So now, time to make some breakfast.
When's a my rider? Not a bike. It's when it's been a windbreak. Ta-da! Are you happy with the breakfast so far?
Apart from the black pudding.
Well done, David.
After breakfast and a lovely morning relaxing, it was time to head on our way to our next campsite. We were heading down Swaledale towards Low Row and staying at Hazel Brow. Join us next time and you can see how we got on there.
So Rachel, what have you thought of Usha Gap near Mewker?
Absolutely fantastic. What a hidden little gem. Scott and Gemma, some friends of ours, has mentioned it and have been here a few times. We've never actually been here before. I don't know why. Beautiful. Stunning scenery, little trot into Mewker itself. Shop fully stocked. Lovely friendly staff. Facility is amazing. What did you think?
I thought it was absolutely cracking. Everything you need there. There's no electrical hookup. For anyone looking for that, you'd have to find another site. But other than that, it's got everything you need. So absolutely spot on. And as Rachel said, lovely little wander into Mewker and loads of walking around here. You can walk up to Keld, you can walk down to Gunnerside, you can go to Thwaite, or just into Mewker, depending on how far you wanted to go. Literally, you can get on a lot of the major walking routes around here. So spot on if you fancy a bit of walking or even cycling.
Perfect. Lovely.
Thank you for watching.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.